Hello, everyone. How's it going? I am Meteorologist Kylie Bearse here. Hope you're having a great start to 2021, your new work week, the new year, all of that. I know we've had some really incredible weather this weekend, and it's going to continue throughout the start of this week. But if you're wondering, where's the snow? When is it coming? I do have a couple of chances in my 7-day forecast. So we'll talk a little bit about the forecast, what you can expect, and then if we can, we'll take some time to answer any questions that you guys have. When we're looking live outside on Fort Collins, what a beautiful Monday afternoon. Check it out. We've got blue skies over the foothills there. And then I've just been watching jealously from my apartment here. All the skiers and snowboarders at Loveland Ski Area enjoying that really gorgeous bluebird day out there. And it's going to get even better as the week goes on because we've got a little snow in the forecast for our mountains. But so far this afternoon, 52 degrees here in Denver right now. It is a quiet day out there, mid-40s, just a touch cooler up toward Fort Collins and Greeley. So for today, we are about 10 degrees above average for the start of early January. Average temperatures for this time of year would be in the upper 30s and low 40s. So we're just a little bit above that. And with light wind and lots of sunshine, there's really not a lot to complain about. Temperatures right now in the mountains, 20s and 30s. Not much wind. I'm seeing just a bit of a breeze down toward the Palmer Divide, Castle Rock, and Monument Hill, both clocking in about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Highs today are going to be in the mid to upper 40s and low 50s. So as you probably already guessed, we are just about there. We'll stay there for about the rest of this afternoon before the sun goes down and those temperatures drop back down into the mid 30s. All right, HD Doppler is quiet for now, but you can already see that next storm system that's going to be headed our way. It's right now over the Pacific Northwest, and that is going to swing on through and bring some snow to our mountains. Let's talk about the timing. Dry pretty much all day long, and then overnight is when the snow arrives for our north central mountains. Waking up tomorrow morning in Steamboat, you should have some pretty good snow up that direction. That's going to be probably our biggest winner for snow when it comes to this little storm system. But you can see it does reach as far down toward Montrose and Telluride. Not a huge snowmaker for southwestern Colorado, but certainly not going to say no to even if it's just an inch or two. And looking at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, you can see that snow across the I-70 corridor. And then we could even see a little bit of a rain-snow mix for parts of the plains and lower elevation spots. For the most part on Tuesday, we're looking to stay dry for the front range, just dealing with some cloud cover and gusty winds. And then this storm system moves out just as quickly as it moved in. Not many winter weather advisories with this one. We do have one. This is for Rabbit Ears Pass and up towards Steamboat. 5 to 10 inches of snow expected in that direction. And there will be some blowing snow associated with this as well, just with that wind continuing to get stronger as the afternoon goes on. Looking at your snow forecast for the rest of the mountains, mainly in that 1 to 3 inch range. Again, Steamboat's going to kind of be the big winner for this storm system. So if you happen to be up in that area this week, you are so lucky. Right around 2 inches in Vail and Aspen, and mainly less than an inch for southwestern Colorado. Let's talk about that wind. I mentioned it'll pick up, staying quiet for today, starting to pick up speed just a bit overnight tonight. And then our mountains right around 20 to 30, possibly even near 40 miles per hour as we get into Tuesday afternoon. Now, Tuesday evening, we see the focus of those gusty winds over northeastern Colorado. You can see that about 35 to 45 miles per hour coming in out of the north and northwest. Overnight tonight, partly cloudy down into the upper 20s. And then tomorrow, the front range really isn't impacted all that much by the temperature drop and the storm system moving on through. We'll see our temps stay in the upper 40s and low 50s. All right, 7-day forecast shows that we stay mild Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday. We do start to see some changes as we head toward the weekend. Those temperatures will drop, and we are looking at a chance for some light snow come Saturday. So that would be great to see that because it just hasn't felt like a ton of snow so far this season. But actually, when I was pulling the numbers for our seasonal snowfall, let me go ahead and show you here. We are actually only about 4 inches behind what's considered average. So with our last little push of snow in December, we ended up with about 7 inches of snow for the month. So even though we're dealing with these extreme drought conditions, we're getting these snowstorms in kind of these short little bursts that at least give us the snow so that we're not too far behind when it comes to the seasonal averages. Now, on average, December is the 3rd snowiest month of the year. And you can see we're heading into January, which would make it our 6th snowiest month. So January is actually a pretty quiet month when it comes to snow on average. Of course, that could totally change this season, but this season does seem to be falling in line with that typical La Nina pattern where we're just getting some of those drier conditions out there. We got an update on Thursday from the U.S. Drought Monitor, and it just didn't include much improvement. So as you can see, we're still dealing with extreme to exceptional drought conditions. Weren't helped all that much by last week's snow up in the mountains. We just need to start really getting some much bigger storms. We'll take what we can get right now, but I'd love to see more than just a couple of inches for our high country. All right, I am hopping on over to Facebook to see if you guys have any questions as we are heading into this new year, 2021. I hope that you guys are feeling good. Okay, I see a couple of them. Let me go ahead and pull it out. Just got my computer right here. Oh, that is my voice. All right, anything for the foothills? Foothills, Clara is asking. It's not looking like much right now, Clara. We will keep watching that, but right now this is mainly looking like it's just going to impact our mountains, and even then it is going to be a pretty minimal one as well. Bartlett says I have a stuffy nose. Do I? Maybe it's allergies. I feel totally fine. All right, so what is the weather this week and next week, Dee Dee was asking. Well, we went over that just a bit, but we are looking mild throughout the start of this week, and then we do have some cooler temperatures and a chance for snow as we're heading into next Saturday and Sunday. All right. Oh, Justin says you like my TikToks. Thank you. I've been doing some behind the scenes stuff on there. So if you wanted to check it out, it's just at Kylie Bearse on TikTok. We take you into the 9 News backyard. I do some work from home behind the scenes. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'll probably start within the next couple weeks here doing more into like forecasting and some fun different things about that. So if you guys have any ideas or anything that you want to learn about, definitely let me know. All right. Anything else? Lisa's asking, when should we expect the change in weather tomorrow? When are those winds starting? All right, well, I believe it's Jerry still at the realms. Let's see, Jerry, if we could maybe pop back on over to my graphics, and then I can kind of walk us through the timing here. All right, so as we're going ahead and looking ahead, I am going to see those winds stay mild through today, and it looks like we can't get the graphics up just yet, so I'll walk you through it. Okay. By the time we get into later on this evening, we'll see them pop up to about 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then as we get into tomorrow morning, and really probably late morning is when we'll start to see that wind pick up. There we go. Thanks, guys. We'll see that wind anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour up in the mountains. So this is a look at Tuesday at 10 a.m. For the front range, I don't expect it to get too gusty until about midday and then into the afternoon. And you can see here we're looking at right around noon, 20 to 30 miles per hour for our mountains down toward the Springs and southern Colorado. And then as we get into Tuesday afternoon and evening, you can see that wind coming in out of the northwest, about 30 to 40 miles per hour. And that'll be mainly impacting the plain. So that's when we see that kind of change over for Tuesday afternoon and evening. And it does look to get pretty gusty by late Tuesday night. And if I can find, I've got my front range wind forecast as well. I wonder if I can find that. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's a look specifically at the front range. Okay, so here we go. Getting into later on tonight, we start to see it pick up just a bit, mainly down toward the Palmer Divide, down near Castle Rock, and in our mountains, of course. And then as we get into midday Tuesday, check it out, right around 1:30, 2 o'clock, that wind starts to pick up. It's coming in out of the west, anywhere from 15 to 20, up near 30 miles per hour, with some gusty conditions in our mountain towns, near 50 mile per hour gusts. Getting into Tuesday evening, we start to see it settle for the front range, and that's when it really ramps up for the plains out over northeastern Colorado before it finally settles as we get into Wednesday. So great question. Oh, it helps you plan your exercise. I am the exact same way, Lisa. I hate doing anything like running or hiking outside when it's windy, so that's how I plan most of mine as well. Okay. Is there anything that could explain these drought conditions? Well, so Bart's asking that question. When it comes to the drought conditions, this is more than just a one rain event or one snow event. So unfortunately, we moved into that pattern late summer where it was incredibly dry. I mean, we were just missing out on so much of that rain. And so a lot of our problems stem back to late summer. And remember when we had all those wildfires and we just weren't getting any relief? That's our biggest problem when it comes to this, because as I just showed you, our snow has actually been not terribly behind when it comes to average for this time of year. But drought conditions, they're tough. We just need a lot more in order to actually make any headway or any ground. So hopefully we'll start to see some improvements here over the next little bit. The other thing is, and I don't necessarily love getting too far into the details on this, so if you guys want, Corey Reppenhagen has done some unbelievable explainers on La Nina and these kind of longer range weather patterns that we're looking at. And so if you just want to Google 9 News, La Nina, he does a couple of explanations. There is typically a pattern with La Nina in Colorado is that we do see a drier season. That is what we're seeing right now. That doesn't mean things couldn't change. We couldn't get some really good juicy storms as we get into earlier in the year, January, February, March. On average, I believe I was showing those numbers. March and April are our snowiest months of the year. So we haven't even hit when we typically get the most snow and the most moisture. All right, I think that I got most of your questions. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello. It's so great to talk to you guys. It's been a while since I've been on the noon show. I was doing a lot of filling in this week on the morning show, or the last month, I should say. All right, it looks like. Oh, Dee Dee's asking, when is it going to get warmer again? You live in Deer Trail, Colorado. Oh, Diane. Sorry, I was just going off of your name on there. It is going to, when it gets warmer, I mean, I would consider right now pretty warm. We're in definitely those mild conditions. We're talking upper 40s and low 50s for the Front Range. Now, Deer Trail, I haven't actually been there, so I'm looking up exactly where that is so that I can give you guys a little bit of a better idea. Oh, you're just right on 70 headed out. Yeah, so you guys are going to be dealing with these warmer temperatures really throughout the next several days. We aren't going to see a big drop in those temperatures until we get into about Saturday, Sunday. That's when we'll see a bigger change. All right. You're welcome, Benjamin. Well, guys, it looks like I've answered most of the questions. So really appreciate you guys taking the time to pop on here on this Monday afternoon. I really hope you guys are having a great start to 2021. I know that it doesn't necessarily feel like a completely fresh start because not much has necessarily changed in the last couple of weeks, but I do feel really good about this year. So I'm starting to look forward to it. I hope you guys are too. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me here on all these different platforms. So have a wonderful Monday, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.